Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, Joe. I'm here in my new studio and exploring some different art.
Exploring different art, exploring, that's what people do. We explore different ideas. And I always despair because it seems like every time people try and fix a problem, they make it worse instead of better. They try and get rid of sharks, and then they find out that sharks are beneficial. They get rid of wolves, and wolves are beneficial. They get rid of snakes, and snakes are beneficial. And then there's the weather and traffics and forest fires, and we're always trying to save ourselves and always screwing up in the process. What do you think about that?
I think you've pointed out really the solution to the problem, and that stopped fighting nature. Brute force cybernetics, it's not a solution. It's really the problem is we don't want to work with nature. We're deciding this river would be better if it flowed that way. Things would be better if we got rid of this animal and that animal. We need to step back and look at our planet, our earth, everything on it, and realize that everything is interrelated. The Army Corps of Engineers is actually blowing up dams that they built years ago to move the course of rivers to make things better without stopping and looking at where's the river, what is it doing. The function of a barrier island isn't to put houses on stilts so that they can withstand hurricanes. A barrier island protects the coastline. So let's just let it do its job. Let's leave it there. Sharks are part of the cycle. They eat certain fish. Those fish eat other fish. So if we really want to make things better, we need to start by looking at what is. I think part of the problems we're having now are the result of not wanting certain things to happen or trying to stop certain things when there is a course, there's a natural cycle. Our bodies will develop antigens and antibodies to things around us. But if we're never exposed to them early on, we're not going to develop what we need to fend against it. And that's why vaccines work.
But what you're saying really is nature's principle of survival of the fittest should or shouldn't be supplanted by man's desire to help the weaker among us survive in times of disease, trouble, drought, famine, or big fish with large teeth trying to bite us.
Well, let's not go to extremes and say survival of the fittest. Let's stop for a moment and say to help when we can help. So we're not talking about withholding vaccines. We're not talking about no one gets insulin. Insulin helps, insulin works. So we need to step back and make a distinction between when we're interfering with what's going on and when we're actually helping people and doing what's best for all of us. And I go back to the Army Corps of Engineers blowing up the dams.
Well, thank you for that, Rabbi. I should point out this is a family podcast, so you shouldn't say damn so much.
Well, I'm using the word in its architectural form, meaning blocking or stopping the flow, and in no way is it a derogatory or a bad word to use.
I won't levy that against you. Thank you very much.